Yo, what's going on, guys? Riots here, and welcome to Do Godzilla and Kong Have Balls by the Goji Center. I'm super excited to find out about this. I always assumed Kong had balls and Godzilla didn't, but today we're gonna find out for sure. Leave a like on the video, subscribe, check out Goji Center down below, and let's do it.
Welcome to Kaiju Sex Ed. Just kidding. In this video, we will answer one simple question. Were the Kong and Godzilla species able to reproduce?
I feel
if
like
they had
yes.
reproductive organs, then where are they? We will use real-world and historical evidence to find out if these two monsters could potentially leave behind a successor. How, and with what? So make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and pay close attention until the end as we reveal the, well, hidden secrets of these titans' reproductive anatomy.
I'm scared going into this right now. I preserved my knowledge of Godzilla and Kong. Am I gonna end this video thinking about their nuts forever?
1. The Kong species. If you clicked on this video, chances are that you probably wondered, why doesn't Kong have a gigantic dong majestically swinging over the inhabitants of Skull Island? We have 2 or 3 answers to this. The first being obvious. Since these films are rated PG-13, chances are that the creature artists aren't going to even bother giving this guy any genitals.
Honestly, yeah.
Maybe because it would be inappropriate for some kids to watch, and plus, imagine being the poor CG artist tasked with spending hours animating a swinging penis.
Okay, speaking of Kong with a giant swinging penis, I sponsored a mod for Ark, a Kong mod, where it's a perfect Kong and Ark, but we had the option. We had the option between that Kong or King Dong. Someone actually made a King Kong with a giant King Dong. I had to see it because I was commissioning the mod, and oh my god, it's the biggest, veiniest, most monstrous thing I wish I could ever forget my whole life.
But we imagine there must be more to this vague answer. And there is. One reason why Kong may not have had any visible reproductive organs is the fact that in the real world, male gorillas kind of share these same attributes. Their genitals are more or less out of sight, or small. Believe it or not, a gorilla's erect junk is about the size of your pinky, and their nutsack can weigh a mere 30 to 35 grams, which are ironically dwarfed by the chimp's massive 120-gram ball sack.
Jesus fuck!
So why is this big muscular animal equipped with a small reproductive organ? Scientists explain this with the theory that because gorillas
I would never have gone Team Kong if I knew we had a tiny wiener. I should have done the research!
don't mate nearly as much as chimpanzees, their genitals don't need to be as large as their horny counterparts. If your species doesn't mate much, you won't produce too much semen, and therefore your package doesn't need to be that big. Now back to the Kong species. In every single shot of Kong, we don't even get a glimpse of what is happening underneath here. But it's most definitely there. It's just really small. We know this since it's confirmed that the Kong species can multiply using the good old sexual reproduction, requiring both a male and a female. We really don't want to get into the deep details, but in essence, the fact that the Kong species were somewhat numerous in comparison to other titans was because of this. In the comic titled Skull Island: Birth of Kong, we meet Kong's parents who leveraged the phenomenon of sexual reproduction to give birth to Kong.
Oh.
So, how big was it? This is for the few people who want more details. By looking at some of the proportions of real-life gorillas in comparison to their reproductive organs, we can estimate that Teen Kong carried something around this size.
Oh my god!
You can do the math. And make sure you share your calculations in the comments section.
My dick's bigger than that, for God's sake.
With us. Before we move on to the next kaiju, we'd first like to take a small moment to talk about our sponsor, which will be presented by Joe.
This video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, a premium global brand for men's grooming and hygiene products.
Targeting right there. Talking about wieners.
So I have a really bad history with regular razors and clippers, so I took the liberty to put these to the test to see if they would like rip your sack.
Holy shit! I am sold.
It allows you to customize your preferred hair length with 4 trimmer guard options. This brand also offers other products such as ball deodorant, ball toner, ball wipes,
ball toner.
Make sure to go to manscaped.com and use promo code GOJI20 for 20% off.
Those are
and
some
free
nicely
international
toned
shipping.
balls
Your
he's got
balls
there.
will thank you. A huge thanks to manscaped.com for sponsoring this
That
video.
logo.
And now I believe we're about to talk about Godzilla. Is that right, Steve?
The Titanus Gojira species. Please note that we will be specifically talking about the MonsterVerse incarnation of Godzilla, but that doesn't mean we can't grab evidence from past films. Throughout the G-Men's cinematic history, we have only seen Godzilla leave behind offspring a few times by laying eggs. One thing to note is that Godzilla doesn't really mate with other Godzilla species. This is because almost every incarnation of Godzilla has been capable of breeding asexually. Put simply, asexual reproduction does not require a male and a female.
Thank God.
Reproduction can be accomplished by just one individual. This concept has been seen in many other different universes, including the popular Jurassic World franchise. In the Netflix show Camp Cretaceous, we see the Scorpius Rex literally duplicate itself over a small period of time. The same can apply to our MonsterVerse Godzilla. An interesting take from this comes from some information about the use of Godzilla's character in GVK.
I'm so happy
Toho
it's way more
stated
normal.
that Godzilla cannot die in GVK. But if he absolutely has to die, he must have left behind a successor. So let's pretend that Legendary made an outrageous decision to kill off Godzilla in GVK.
Oh my
They
God.
would have had to add an additional Gojira infant in this franchise, which proves that MonsterVerse Godzilla is in fact a titan that can reproduce asexually.
All right.
Now let's get down to the juicy details.
Oh, no.
This form of asexual reproduction is known as Parthenogenesis, which is basically a form of reproduction in which an egg develops into a clone of the parent without being fertilized. If Godzilla ever decides to leave behind his successor, he would just simply lay an already fertilized egg. This offspring will hatch and eventually grow to be an exact replica of the G-Man himself. In the real natural world, female Komodo dragons are also capable of doing this when needed. Having
But wait, where does the egg come out of? Does he have a butthole? Where's Steve just making more questions for me?
said this, it is now obvious that the G-Man does not have the need to carry reproductive organs. No dick, no balls,
Ah,
and probably no butthole since this guy feeds on radiation.
where's the
In
egg come out of?
conclusion, both the Kong and Godzilla species are titans that share absolutely nothing in common when it comes to reproduction. Kong breeds like us, sexually, requiring a female and male to create offspring. Godzilla, on the other hand, does not require a mate and is capable of breeding using the power of Parthenogenesis. No genitals needed.
But
Godzilla has sure done some crazy stuff in the past.
But-
For a titan with no testicles, this guy sure does carry a huge pair. What other kaiju in this universe do you think reproduces
I'm
like
so
Godzilla?
confused.
Do you think we will ever see these titans leave successors in the future? Let us know in the comments. For more fun info on your favorite kaiju, make sure you like and subscribe.
God,
Thank
this
you for
channel's
watching,
amazing.
and we'll see you in the next one.
I was saving my questions till the end so I could be respectful, but that does just raise a whole nother question, because when it showed the egg, it showed an outline of Godzilla's butt, indicating that an egg would drop from there, but they said that it doesn't have a butthole, so what is that? Either he throws the egg up, which just sounds crazy to me, or he does have a butthole. Ha ha! I can't believe Kong's got a baby dick. I'm learning so much that I never wanted to right now. Alright, well this channel is freaking amazing. If you're not subscribed to the Koji Center, I don't know what you do with your life. It's literally one of the most entertaining channels on YouTube. And yeah, leave a like on the video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace!